Morning. Well, it's Tuesday. Uncle Joe Biden is going to give his recommendations to Obama officially. Honestly, I believe the executive orders are already written up. And this is just an attempt to make it look like they're doing something. So after talking to these groups, they can say that it's what the American people want. Okay? So therefore, I guess that justifies everything. It doesn't make it right, okay, in my opinion. I don't believe that an executive order is the way to go at this. I believe that it should go through the House and the Senate, and that the American people should have their say. I believe that if we're amending the Constitution, the American people should vote on that. Okay? So that's where I stand. But here's what I see. I see a national registry, because there isn't one. A lot of people think that the Brady law did that, but no, it didn't. It didn't even require that states. Matter of fact, as I understand from talking to some the folks who did the background checks in Tennessee, under the Brady law, they weren't allowed to keep a registry. Okay, I know Tennessee dumped their background check records every night out of the computers, because you couldn't even go back the next day and say, hey, what was the approval number on so and so? They couldn't give it to you because they didn't have it any longer. I believe they're going to push for the mental health issues to be reported in some form or fashion, but there's already doctors saying if they try that they're not going to report, they're not going to document, certain things, so that they don't have to report it. So we won't gain any ground there. I believe there will be a national waiting period. A lot of states have those now, but I think it's going to be mandated by the federal government. I think that's one of the things they're going to push. Possibly a national tax on guns and ammo. Hit the gun owners in their pockets. That's the American way. Just like cigarettes. Well, if we make them expensive enough, they'll quit smoking. They won't buy it. I don't think there'll be an outright ban on assault weapons, assault-style weapons. I don't believe there'll be a gun confiscation. Okay. I believe there'll be magazine capacities laws put into effect. But, with that, for those who are complaining about those, that happening, I don't get it. In some cases, okay? States like California, some other states, put in magazine capacity laws. The legislatures, the governors, and all the people did was whine about it. They stayed there. They didn't move to another state or anything where, that law didn't exist. So I don't see a revolution coming over this either. No matter how hard you want to say it, I just don't see it happening. I don't think that Obama's that crazy. I think Obama knows that if he steps too far, he's going to have trouble on his hands. I do believe that any executive orders he puts in place will be tested for their constitutionality. And that won't be by Joe Blow walking up on the street and saying, hey, that's my right. It's going to be done in court where the constitutionality of laws for the history of this country have been tested. Okay? For those of you out there who think that you're going to test the constitutionality, okay, by saying, I don't like this law, or I don't have to obey this law, that's not testing it. Testing it is breaking it, or getting a lawyer to take it to court. And I don't believe most people are going to try to get arrested over it. Okay? Most of them don't have the balls. All right? But it will be tested in court. The constitutionality will be tested in court. I don't think it's going to be necessary for anybody to get arrested in order for it to go to court. I think organizations are sitting with their lawyers with the papers already drawn up, just like Obama has all his executive orders already drawn up that he's going to put into play on this. And the second Obama signs, they'll go to court. That's how I feel about that. No revolution. They'll be whining. I can't believe they're doing this to me. You know, they're taking my rights away. I believe that if we're going to do this, it needs to be done under the rules. Okay? The House, the Senate. A vote by the nation's people to amend the Constitution. Now, do I think that would work to save the gun rights of the American people? I don't know. But at least if it was done that way, I'd feel better about it and that it was more legitimate. Even if I disagreed with it, at least they went through the process. But anyway, that's my opinion. Tell me what you think. Like or dislike the video, and subscribe if you want. And when I hear what Uncle Joe has to say, we'll know if I was right or wrong. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.